And we will talk about all of these things and snow stories. I will just say two things and then get into my diatribe on why this guy Chuck Bell has to be fired today. And I hope people listen. I don't think they do. I don't think we have any particular pull in this city, any particular pull at Channel 4. I wish we did, and I wish this guy would be fired. I'll get to that in a second. While driving down Connecticut Avenue, I did not see any skiers. I hoped to have seen skiers, and I would have instructed Ollie to kill the skiers, but I didn't see any skiers.
Oh, better luck next time.
I thought that the great confluence of pretension in my life came on, today is Thursday morning, so came on Tuesday night as the snow was falling and beginning to stick. And I did the thing that all smart people do after they get gas. They go to the nearest liquor store and buy a bottle of wine for the evening because you're not going anywhere. And I passed the bookstore Politics and Prose, owned by that horrifying fat woman.
Your favorite place.
Yes. But I always grant that it does good work. But there could be nothing more pretentious than the site I'm going to describe to you. Because a neighborhood bookstore, a private bookstore, not a chain bookstore, is always going to have more pretentious people than at a chain bookstore. They're going to have people for whom books are their lives and rare books are their lives, and these snobs won't even go into a big chain bookstore. They won't go. Now, I believe in supporting local merchants, too, so I am in agreement with that, but for different reasons. Anyway, so you have that pretension factor, and there was a guy in the front window. He was getting up from sipping his coffee, and he had in his right hand 2 skis. He had skied to Politics and Prose, and he was leaving now. Now that, I don't want to say gunning him down, but at least kneecapping that guy should be worth.
Did he have a tassel hat?
He didn't have the hat on yet. So I saw a couple of skiers in my neighborhood yesterday, and you know what? I'm going to give them a pass because it was impassable. So it wasn't like any cars were going anywhere. So if you want to ski, fine. I don't much care about that. But it's the people that walk in the middle of the road, on Connecticut Avenue. They're walking, and they are oblivious to cars. It's a road. I'm sorry. Yes, you have pedestrian rights, but you don't have right-of-way in the middle of the road.
That's right.
And they get upset when you flash lights at them and honk at them. They get very upset, like, what are you doing on the road? No, what are you doing on the road? It's a road. The sidewalk, if the sidewalk is impassable and you have to be on the road, stay as close to the right-hand side as you can, okay? Don't be a putz, because you could end up a dead putz. Worse than that is what I'm going to describe next. And I saw 2 of these people yesterday. In the height of the whiteout, with the wind blowing, sustained 40 miles an hour, joggers on Connecticut Avenue, in the middle of Connecticut Avenue, joggers. Is exercise that important?
What kind of shoes did they have on? Did they have on running shoes?
Those rubberized shoes that look like the kind of shoes you give your kids when they first go into the water, like little Aquaman
shoes. Yeah, morons.
So that's
Did
awful.
You see
They should be ticketed. Police should stop them, haul them away in handcuffs. And ticket them. And by the way, hold them for 24 hours till they get a lawyer.
Slap them first, though. Yeah. You see the picture of the guy in Philadelphia or Pennsylvania somewhere who was jogging shirtless after they plowed the road?
That guy needs to be brought to a hospital because that's insane.
After they slap him, of course.
Well,
now
what
I
about
want to get
this?
to Chuck Bell. Go ahead.
What about this picture on the front of the Washington?
I didn't get my paper.
Post this morning, Wall Street Post. A guy kite skiing in front of the Washington Monument. Now, I think that guy's going to go into the no-fly zone and get shot.
Good.
Yeah.
Shoot him first.
If he gets shot, I'm pretty happy with that. All right, now let me get to Chuck Bell. Chuck Bell needs to be fired. It is 10:10 right now. He needs to be fired by 9:10. Okay, but it's 10:10 right now, so certainly within the next 10 minutes. Maybe nobody listens to me who's affiliated with Local 4, or maybe everybody likes this guy. This slobbering geek, this scrawny little nerd who gets so giddy when we approach record amounts of snowfall and can't contain his joy at the amount of snow that is falling, even though the other day hundreds of thousands of people were without power and could have been freezing to death. And now there's less power outages this time around, thankfully. I had my power. I'm very grateful for that. But I watch this guy, whereas Pat Collins makes the snow an event worth talking about, and leads to something. I think the Pat Collins effect, much like the John Gruden effect, means higher ratings for football games. The Pat Collins effect makes people nicer. Last night when I was shoveling, and Kevin came over with his son Casey and helped me out a lot, which I'm grateful for. But I was out there shoveling, and a woman from my block, who I'm not going to name her, she came over, she had a tray, and on the tray were bottles of beer and glasses of wine, and she was going up and down the block.
How nice.
It was really sweet and very kind, and it brings out, that sort of stuff brings out the best in you. But this guy is happy at the largesse of the snow. He's literally giddy. He's frothing at the mouth, and he says, send me pictures. Send me pictures. Send pictures of what? Pictures of you tangled up in your backyard, falling down because there's a drift that's 5 feet, and you've fallen and you can't get up. Would you like that picture, Chuck
He likes
Bell?
that kind of stuff, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Whatever they're paying him, I will match what they're paying him. Me personally, I'll write a check for a year of this guy's salary just to fire him. I'll make good to NBC if you will fire this guy, this local guy, because of his joy at the suffering of all the people in town. Now, if you want to be happy, you like snow, go to work for a ski lodge. Go to work for a ski lodge where all the snow in the world helps you. But have some cognition that snow for many people makes them despairing because they lose their power and they don't have food and they lose their mobility and they can't get out and they can't do the normal commerce of their day. I mean, does this guy have no shame, no conscience, no heart? Fire Chuck Bell. I'd like to see that on websites. I'd like to see a Fire Chuck Bell website and bumper stickers to get rid of this guy. I don't even want to get rid of Kieran, although Kieran is lowballing the next storm right away. Like he lowballs every single storm because the next one's coming through Sunday and Monday, and Kieran just wants to tell you there's a chance. There's a chance, 100% chance, that there's going to be accumulating snow. And he doesn't want panic in the streets, So anyway, that's most of what I had to say about the snow. I will have more comment on the snow later, and I will have particularly choice words aimed at Chicago citizens, Barack Obama and Michael Wilbon.
Yeah,
I have some statistics that you'd like to know about Chicago, city of big shoulders, how they handle snow. Because Obama took every shot in the world at the people of D.C., laughed at the people of D.C. Laugh a while you can. I'm Tony Kornheiser.
This is the Tony Kornheiser Show.
The Tony Kornheiser Show.